Fight hard, fight clean, touch him up.
Davis.
There's the left hand. Round 2.
Not a factor right now, and that's a problem for him.
There we see that. Only one big shot.
There's a good right hand.
Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul, two names that should never belong in the same sentence, yet here we are. In this video, we're breaking it all down round by round to see how this fantasy matchup might actually play out. Pace to it. His age. Yeah, he's been pretty busy. From the first bell to the final punch, you'll see exactly how this fight unfolds and who would walk away when the storm finally clears. Oh, that was a lazy jab. That's what he wanted. Left hook there. Right hook from Paul. Jake Paul has shocked the world before, knocking out former UFC champions, selling out arenas, and building a fight empire from nothing but controversy and charisma. But Gervonta Davis isn't built from YouTube drama. He's built from sweat, discipline, and legacy. He's the kind of fighter who doesn't talk to cameras. He lets his fists speak, and when they do, people listen. Let's break this fight down. Left through the guard. Left hook, and then because the nose of silver straight back one round at a time. Stylistically, it's a clash of extremes. Davis, a southpaw assassin with lightning reflexes, explosive counters, and an IQ that makes every punch a setup for something worse. Jake, an orthodox puncher with a stiff jab, a heavy right hand, and the confidence of someone who truly believes he can outwork the system like he's doing right now. You don't continues to win, the hype would be enormous. The press tour chaotic, Jake talking about legacy. Tank saying almost nothing, just smirking, waiting. Because Gervonta knows talk doesn't win fights, precision does. And that's where this fantasy begins. 2 worlds, 1 ring, 0 mercy. So, how would this fight actually play out? Let's find out. Applause, the bell rings and the tension could snap steel. The crowd's electric, half of them cheering for chaos, the other half for order. Jake starts fast, snapping his jab, using that reach advantage to take a distance. He's bouncing, confident, keeping it simple. Jab, step back, right hand feint. His size is working early. Gervonta stays calm, almost motionless, just reading. Every flick of Jake's glove, every shoulder twitch, Tank's watching it all. Black is actually taking over. 2 points. By the end of the first minute, Jake lands a decent jab. The crowd reacts. Jake smirks, but Davis doesn't blink. He keeps edging closer, testing timing, testing reactions. You can feel the tension building because when Tank moves, he doesn't waste punches. He's programming Jake like a computer. In the final 30 seconds, Gervonta explodes forward. A lightning-fast counter left just grazes Jake's chin. Close fight, so he almost does. Applause, it's not a knockout shot, but it's a warning. You're in real danger now. Jake survives the round. Probably takes it on activity, but make no mistake. Tank's already downloading every move, every rhythm, every weakness. Round 1 goes to Jake Paul, but only on paper. This is where Davis starts to move differently. He's not backing up anymore. He's inching forward, cutting off the ring with tiny surgical steps. Left hand bounces with the right hand. Jake's jab starts looking more like a shield than a weapon. Jake tries to keep him back with combinations. A jab, a body shot, a looping right hand that barely misses, but Tank slipping everything, stalking like a predator who's already smelled blood. Then with a half step inside, Gervonta fires a counter left that snaps Jake's head back. The sound echoes, clean, sharp, violent pace. Applause, easy jab, that's what you wanted. The crowd feels it. The difference in power, in speed, in timing. Jake's expression changes from confident to cautious. He's still standing, still composed. But that first real taste of Tank's power changes his body language completely. For the rest of the round, Jake circles, pumping his jab, but his output drops. Gervonta controls the tempo now. No rush, just patience. Easy jab, that's what you wanted, body sleep. Tank wins this round easily. The crowd knows it. The commentators know it. Jake knows it. And as the bell rings, Tank doesn't return to his corner fast. He stares cold, calculated, silent. Jake's learning fast, but Tank's already 2 steps ahead. By the 3rd round, Jake's breathing heavier. The adrenaline rush from the opening rounds is gone, replaced by tension and fear. He knows Tank can close the distance whenever he wants. Stamina. Precision is important here. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. That was a nice hook from Davis. Let's punch it out. Davis begins to toy with his timing, feinting, dipping, showing Jake flashes of punches that never come. Every movement from Gervonta makes Jake flinch. That's how you break confidence. Not with one punch, but with control. Midway through, Jake throws a looping right and misses by inches. Tank counters instantly. A left-hand missile lands flush on Jake's cheek. The arena gasps. Jake stumbles back, recovers, but the tone of the fight has changed completely. That was a nice hook from Davis. That's the punch that Avalar knocked. Tank doesn't chase. He just smiles and steps forward again. Jink's bravado gone. His footwork starts to slow. His jab becomes a survival tool and everyone watching realizes it. Jake's out of his depth. The round ends with Jake leaning on the ropes trying to reset. Tank walks calmly to his corner, barely breathing hard. But the real damage, it's already done because now Jake knows the truth. Like a body that left hook kind of landed. That was a shot. This isn't just a fight, it's a countdown, and the real destruction starts in the next round. By round 4, the atmosphere inside the arena feels different. The cheers have quieted, replaced by tension, the kind that only comes when the crowd senses a storm brewing. Tank's eyes are locked in. No more downloading data, the system's ready to execute. He starts to close the distance with a chilling calmness. Every step is measured, every feint has intent. He's not rushing. He's dissecting Jake's footwork. Once bouncy and confident, he's breaking down under pressure. Do you think age is a factor as well? Jake Paul seems pretty relaxed. Come on, watch the back of the head. His back starts finding the ropes more often than he'd like. He's trying to jab, trying to reset, but Tank keeps walking through it. His defense tight, his chin tucked, his rhythm perfect. Then the body work begins. Davis digs to the ribs, hard and deliberate. Jake winces, his guard drops instinctively to protect his midsection. And that's when Gervonta fires upstairs. A crisp left uppercut sneaks through and snaps Jake's head back. The crowd roars. Jake stumbles into the ropes, hands up, trying to tie Tank up in a clinch. You can see the survival instincts kicking in. Come on, watch the back of the head. He's been very able to, he's tough. No one doubts that. But every second he spends holding on is another signal that he's running out of answers. Tank pushes him off, lands a short hook to the body before the bell saves Jake. He walks back to his corner, shaking his head, gasping for breath. His team shouting advice, but you can tell by the look in his eyes, the reality setting in. He's still standing, but for how much longer? The 5th round begins and Davis walks out like a man who already knows the ending. Well, there's a double trip round, knockouts going to the liver. Referee encouraging them. 2 legends left. Davis applying pressure going. No emotion, no showboating. Just that cold clinical focus that's made him one of boxing's most feared finishers. Jake's corner screams for movement, for discipline, for anything to keep him alive. He comes out swinging, trying to surprise Tank with a looping overhand right, his go-to weapon. It misses by inches. Tank doesn't even blink. Then, like a switch flipping, Davis unloads. A left uppercut finds its mark, followed instantly by a right hook that rattles Jake's jaw. The crowd's on its feet now. They can feel it coming. Tank doesn't go wild, he's surgical. A short body shot folds Jake slightly. A left hook lands clean again. Davis applying pressure going to the body. Fighters going toe-to-toe. Nice combination. Jake drops to one knee, glove on the canvas, eyes wide in shock. The referee starts counting. 1, 2, 3. Jake's gasping, blinking hard, trying to clear his head. He beats the count, but his legs are shaky. His mouthguard dangles slightly. Davis stares at him, expressionless, like a lion deciding when to pounce. The bell rings just in time. Jake wobbles back to his stool. His corner looks panicked, towels in hand, whispering options. Tank doesn't sit, he just paces. Calm, cold, controlled, and everyone watching knows what's about to happen. Because when Gervonta smells blood, he never lets a man off the hook. Nice combination. Round 8. More punches from that shot one little bit. The 6th round starts and the crowd's deafening. Flashing lights, phones in the air. Everyone's waiting for the moment. The kind of ending that trends before it even happens. Jake comes out trying to buy time. He's circling, jabbing, clenching whenever Tank gets close. But Davis isn't chasing anymore. He's cornering. Step by step, he traps Jake near the neutral corner. You can see the fear in Jake's eyes as Tank cuts off his escape route like a chess master closing checkmate. The uppercut from Jake Paul back too slow on his feet. Well, he was already cut up right there. That was nice. Then it happens. Tank dips under Jake's right hand, launches a left hook from hell, perfectly timed, perfectly placed. It detonates on Jake's chin. For a split second, there's silence.